Why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there.
I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable and important place left in the world for science.
Have you ever heard of Operation Highjump?
No.
Dude,
What's
it's
Operation
crazy.
Highjump? What does that mean?
You've never heard this?
No.
It's the greatest story ever, bro.
Project Highjump, also known as the United States Navy Antarctic Developments Program, 1946 to 1947, stands out as a remarkable chapter in the history of exploration, blending military precision with scientific curiosity. This operation, under the guidance of the indomitable Admiral Richard E. Byrd, was more than just an expedition. It was a groundbreaking venture into the unknown, aimed at asserting US presence and prowess in the Antarctic during the tense early years of the Cold War.
So the U.S. government's like, something's going on with Antarctica. There's some activity up there. We want to find out what's going on. So they send this cat named Admiral Byrd up to investigate with a giant fleet.
At the heart of Project Highjump was the establishment of Little America 4, the latest in a series of bases that served as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Located strategically on the Ross Ice Shelf near the Bay of Whales, this base was not just a shelter but a fully equipped research station. With state-of-the-art labs, living quarters, and storage units all designed to endure the extreme cold, Little America 4 became the epicenter of operations, facilitating groundbreaking research in meteorology, geology, and glaciology. It was from here that aerial and ground surveys were launched, significantly enhancing our understanding of Antarctic geography. But Project Highjump was as much about the people as it was about the place.
And
So,
this is where the missing 411 come from, which is all these people have mysteriously disappeared in force.
Over 4,700 military personnel underwent rigorous training to adapt to the harsh polar conditions, marking the operation as much a human endeavor as a technological one. The expedition tested the limits of cold weather gear, from specialized clothing to heating systems, ensuring the team could operate effectively in the unforgiving Antarctic environment.
There will be a number of expeditions to the bottom of the world because the government has really become interested.
The technological achievements of Highjump were nothing short of revolutionary. The operation marked the first major use of helicopters and aircraft in Antarctica, transforming the logistics of polar expeditions. This fleet of snow tractors, weasels, aircraft, and ships was not just tested, but proven in the polar climate, providing invaluable data for future operations in similar conditions. Beyond the scientific and logistical achievements, Project Highjump was a statement of geopolitical intent.
I 100% believe this is a spiritual war and that these people are working with dark entities, and that's what this is all about.
In the shadow of the Cold War, establishing a US presence in Antarctica was a strategic move, showcasing American capabilities and interests in this remote region. The operation navigated the complex terrain of international law and diplomacy, aiming to consolidate US claims and influence in Antarctica.
I think there's low-frequency stuff going on, and they've made deals with people and things, and that's what I think's going on.
It's clear that this was no ordinary expedition. It was a bold foray into the unknown. The establishment of Little America 4 and the extensive training and testing that took place under the harsh Antarctic conditions were all steps toward a greater understanding of our planet. The legacy of Project Highjump would eventually lead to the Antarctic Treaty System. When Admiral Richard E. Byrd spearheaded Project Highjump in the mid-1940s, he wasn't just leading an expedition. He was venturing into the unknown on a scale never before seen in Antarctic exploration. This ambitious endeavor by the United States Navy was a testament to human curiosity and the drive to push beyond conventional boundaries. With over 4,700 personnel on board, ranging from naval officers to scientists and support staff, the operation was a massive undertaking that showcased the Navy's commitment to exploring and understanding the mysteries of the Antarctic continent. The fleet for this colossal mission was just as impressive, comprising 13 ships with diverse capabilities. Among them, the USS Philippine Sea stood out, not just as an aircraft carrier, but as a floating base for aerial operations that brought unprecedented mobility and reach to the expedition. This fleet, complete with icebreakers, supply ships, and destroyers, played pivotal roles, from navigating through treacherous ice to providing essential logistical support and serving as platforms for scientific research. This innovation opened new avenues for exploration and research, allowing the team to reach previously inaccessible areas. Fixed-wing aircraft were extensively used for aerial photography and mapping, covering nearly 1.5 million square kilometers of uncharted territory. This was no small feat. The aerial reconnaissance conducted during Highjump was crucial for mapping the continent's geography, studying its geology, and planning future expeditions. The resulting photographs and maps became authoritative sources of Antarctic geography for years to come. The harsh and extreme conditions of Antarctica posed significant challenges, necessitating innovative technological adaptations. Everything from vehicles to aircraft and ships was modified to withstand the polar conditions. Special insulation, heating systems, and lubricants were developed to ensure functionality in the extreme cold. These adaptations were not just crucial for the success of the expedition, they contributed to the development of technologies that would be used in cold environments worldwide. According to some, the United States Navy's expedition to the icy continent wasn't just about exploring uncharted territory. It was a covert operation to uncover something much more extraordinary: exotic technologies or evidence of ancient civilizations buried beneath the ice.
The story goes a bit like this. Tucked away in the vast frozen landscapes of Antarctica, there might have been remnants of an advanced ancient civilization, or perhaps even a crashed alien spacecraft. Imagine that, hidden bases or technology from other worlds right here on Earth, lying in wait under the ice.
This theory plays into the idea that such discoveries could explain the rapid technological advancements of the period. Maybe, just maybe, the team behind Project Highjump was on the brink of uncovering secrets akin to those of Atlantis or other legendary lands, secrets that could rewrite our understanding of history and science. But let's take a step back and sift through the layers of this captivating story. When we dive into the official records and facts from the expedition, a different picture emerges, one rooted firmly in the realm of scientific exploration and research. There's no denying the operation was ambitious and groundbreaking, but its achievements lie in the contributions it made to our understanding of the Antarctic region, not in unearthing ancient tech or alien relics. Now, one of the most intriguing conspiracy theories that's been swirling around for decades, the idea that Project Highjump was actually a secret mission to uncover a German base hidden deep in the icy expanses of Antarctica. It's a tale that mixes real historical events with a hefty dose of speculation, all set against the mysterious backdrop of the Antarctic wilderness. Let's start at the beginning. Back in the late 1930s, Germany did indeed embark on an expedition to Antarctica, known as the Third German Antarctic Expedition. This venture was aimed at expanding Germany's whaling capacities and staking a territorial claim for resource extraction, naming the explored area Neuschwabenland, after a region in Germany. However, despite the grand ambitions, the expedition didn't result in the establishment of a permanent base, just a fleeting brush with the icy continent. Now onto the more thrilling part of the story, the theory that the Germans conducted secret drilling operations in Antarctica. According to various speculative narratives, these operations had several possible goals: hunting for rare minerals to power their war machine, establishing a covert base under the ice, dubbed Base 2111 or New Berlin, or even seeking out ancient knowledge or alien tech hidden in the Antarctic depths. It's the stuff of science fiction with a dash of historical intrigue. But let's pause for a reality check. The technical feats required for deep drilling in the Antarctic ice are formidable, even by today's standards. Considering the technology available in the 1930s and 1940s, the idea that they could have pulled off such a feat is highly improbable. Modern ice core drilling projects, which have successfully reached great depths, rely on sophisticated equipment and logistics that simply weren't at the Germans' disposal. But as World War II came to a close, rumors started to take flight. Stories began circulating about Germans fleeing and seeking refuge in a secret base in Antarctica, supposedly established in the wake of the Richter expedition. As the years went by, this theory found its way into various books, articles, and eventually online forums and documentaries, each iteration adding layers to the narrative. Speculations about the Germans developing advanced technology and weaponry in isolation, far from the prying eyes of the world, only served to deepen the mystery and allure of the story. Yet despite its captivating narrative, this theory remains just that, a theory.
If I wanted to go a very long distance, the first thing I'd do is grow the ruler to shrink the distance, then go the distance under that ruler, and then I'd shrink the ruler back. So when you talk about things like, oh, these things are behaving like nothing I've ever seen, well, there are a couple of things that I'm worried about if these things are real.
Have you ever wondered if time travel is possible? While there's no scientific consensus and many challenges remain, physicist Eric Weinstein explores the mind-bending ideas that emerge from our current understanding of physics. Let's delve into the fascinating world of time travel through the lens of general relativity and quantum mechanics. Imagine warping space-time like a giant trampoline. That's essentially what Einstein's theory of general relativity tells us about gravity. This warping could hold the key to shortcuts through space and time like wormholes. These theoretical tunnels could connect distant regions of the universe, but they're likely unstable and require exotic matter to keep them open, making them purely speculative for now. Black holes, those incredibly dense cosmic objects, offer another intriguing possibility. Kerr black holes, the spinning kind, are theorized to have a region called the ergosphere, where space-time itself is dragged along with the black hole's rotation. Some mind-bending solutions of Einstein's equations suggest that traveling through this ergosphere could lead to paths that loop back in time. Beyond the realm of gravity, quantum mechanics throws another wrinkle into the time travel discussion. Entanglement, where particles become linked in a spooky way, has sparked theories about information traveling backward in time. Imagine knowing the outcome of a coin toss before you even flip it.
Does somebody else know how to grow rulers and shrink rulers in order to get in control of the thing that we thought was space-time?
That's the kind of paradox such time travel could create. As we delve deeper into the world of time travel, we encounter some mind-bending challenges and implications. One of the most famous is the grandfather paradox. Imagine going back in time and accidentally preventing your own grandpa from meeting your grandma. How could you possibly exist then? This paradox and others like it have led to various proposed solutions. The many worlds interpretation suggests your actions wouldn't alter your own timeline, but rather create a new branch of reality where you wouldn't exist. Another idea is the Novikov self-consistency principle, which proposes that the timeline is self-correcting, preventing paradoxes from occurring altogether. But paradoxes aren't the only challenges. The bootstrap paradox, for instance, explores the idea of objects or information getting stuck in a never-ending loop. Imagine receiving a time travel blueprint from your future self, then sending it back to your past self. Where did the blueprint truly originate? Time travel also forces us to confront the fundamental concept of causality, the cause and effect relationship that governs our understanding of time. How can the future influence the past without creating logical inconsistencies? It's a question that continues to puzzle physicists and philosophers alike. Finally, let's not forget the immense technological hurdles. Building a time machine would likely require materials and forms of energy that are currently beyond our reach, like negative energy or exotic matter. Even if we could overcome the theoretical challenges, building a time machine would be an engineering feat of unimaginable proportions. Stepping into the realm of time travel isn't just about fantastical journeys through time streams. It throws us headfirst into a labyrinth of mind-bending questions about the very nature of reality. One of the most fundamental concepts challenged by time travel is causality, the bedrock principle that cause precedes effect. This cornerstone of science ensures a logical order to events, preventing raindrops from defying gravity or coffee cups from spontaneously unspilling. Causality reigns supreme in the well-established theories of motion, electromagnetism, and even the warped fabric of space-time described by Einstein's relativity. But the possibility of time travel throws a wrench into this cause and effect machinery. These paradoxes are intricately linked to another concept, time's arrow.
Try to imagine extra-dimensional engineers who have full access to something where there's no arrow of time. The only time there's an arrow of time is if time is one dimension.
This refers to the one-way flow of time from the past, through the present, and into the future. It aligns with our everyday experience and is supported by the second law of thermodynamics, which states that disorder, or entropy, within a closed system tends to increase over time. In simpler terms, things generally get messier, not neater, as time marches on. The concept of time's arrow and the established principle of causality become major hurdles when we consider the possibility of time travel. How can we reconcile the idea of traveling back in time and influencing the past with the fundamental laws that govern our universe? This is where the discussion gets truly fascinating, as physicists and philosophers alike grapple with theoretical mechanisms to resolve these paradoxes and explore the potential implications of time travel on the very fabric of reality. The mind-bending journey of time travel doesn't end with paradoxes. It pushes us to explore theoretical solutions that attempt to mend the cracks in the logic of manipulating time. These solutions, often rooted in the principles of general relativity and quantum mechanics, offer intriguing ways to navigate the paradoxes and envision how time travel might work, if at all. One prominent solution is the Novikov self-consistency principle, proposed by Russian physicist Igor Novikov. Imagine space-time as a self-correcting fabric. According to this principle, any event caused by a time traveler in the past was always destined to happen. No matter what you do when you travel back in time, your actions were somehow already woven into the tapestry of history. This might sound strange, but it essentially eliminates the possibility of paradoxes. Remember the grandfather paradox, where you go back and accidentally prevent your own existence? Novikov suggests that something, anything, would intervene to prevent that from happening, ensuring your own future existence. It's like the universe conspires to maintain consistency, preventing actions that would unravel the fabric of time. Thought experiments help illustrate this principle. Imagine a billiard ball sent through a wormhole, emerging in the past and potentially knocking its earlier self off course, preventing it from entering the wormhole in the first place. Novikov argues that the ball would always find a way to nudge itself into the wormhole, not away from it, ensuring the timeline remains consistent. The Novikov principle is just one way to grapple with the complexities of time travel. As we delve deeper into this fascinating realm, we encounter other theoretical mechanisms and grapple with the profound implications they hold for our understanding of reality and the very nature of time itself. The journey through the labyrinthine world of time travel continues, and as we explore different theoretical solutions, we encounter the mind-bending realm of quantum mechanics. Here, the many-worlds interpretation throws a whole new twist into the paradox equation. Proposed by Hugh Everett, MWI suggests that the universe doesn't simply exist in one state, it's constantly branching into countless realities, each a consequence of every possible outcome in the quantum world. Imagine flipping a coin in MWI, both heads and tails land in separate realities. This removes the need for wave function collapse, a concept in quantum mechanics that has puzzled physicists for decades. So how does this relate to time travel? MWI proposes that a time traveler wouldn't alter their own timeline by meddling with the past. Instead, their actions would create a new branch of reality where those changes play out. Going back and preventing your grandfather from meeting your grandma wouldn't erase you from existence. It would simply create a new reality where you never existed. While this explanation elegantly sidesteps paradoxes, it also opens a Pandora's box of questions about reality, identity, and the very fabric of existence. If countless universes exist, does that mean there are infinite versions of you, each living out different realities based on the choices they make? It's a mind-bending concept that challenges our understanding of the world and our place in it. But the plot thickens further when we consider quantum mechanics and its implications for causality. Unlike the billiard ball cause and effect of classical physics, quantum mechanics introduces the concept of nonlinear causality. Think of it like this. In the quantum world, events aren't always neatly lined up in a cause-effect chain. This is especially evident in phenomena like entanglement, where particles can influence each other instantaneously regardless of distance, seemingly defying classical cause and effect logic. This throws another curveball at the time travel discussion. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics allow for causality loops, where an event in the future can become the cause of an event in the past, creating a closed loop. But here's the twist. These loops don't necessarily lead to paradoxes, because the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics allows for multiple outcomes to coexist without contradiction. Theoretical models incorporating these ideas suggest that time travel, if possible, might adhere to these quantum principles. Imagine a time traveler influencing the past in a way that ensures their future existence, not through predetermined actions, but through the probabilistic nature of quantum events, allowing for outcomes that ultimately lead to their present reality. As we delve deeper into the complexities of time travel, these mind-bending concepts from quantum mechanics add another layer of intrigue to the already mind-boggling paradoxes and theoretical solutions. The journey through time may not be a straightforward one, but it certainly pushes the boundaries of our imagination and forces us to confront profound questions about the nature of reality itself.
I want to talk about Antarctica. They are clearly protecting or preserving something that may or may not be under 3 miles of ice.
There's undoubtedly a time when Antarctica was lush and green. The question is, was it lush and green during the lifetime of the human species?
Yes.
And this is where it gets tricky.
Imagine embarking on an expedition to the frozen, remote expanses of Antarctica, only to uncover secrets of a lost civilization that might have thrived there in ancient times. This fascinating theory suggests that parts of a sophisticated ancient civilization could have existed on what is now the icy continent of Antarctica. This idea is tied to the hypothesis of Earth crust displacement,
whereby from time to time, the entire outer crust of the Earth, like the skin of an orange, might shift, leaving the core of the Earth in place.
indicating that Antarctica wasn't always positioned at the South Pole, but might have enjoyed a more temperate climate long ago, making it hospitable for human life. However, this theory is not without its controversies.
Does it happen at all is the first question. I mean, of all the theories I've looked at and supported, this is the one that I've come in for the most criticism for.
The concept of such dramatic geographical shifts is viewed by the scientific community as highly speculative and lacking in solid geological evidence. The current understanding of plate tectonics does not support the possibility of the Earth's crust moving so drastically and quickly to reposition an entire continent from a temperate zone to the South Pole. But the theory delves deeper than just geography. It explores global myths, legends, and religious texts, interpreting them as potential clues to the existence of this ancient civilization. Tales of great floods and cataclysms found in these stories are not seen as mere fiction, but as allegorical records of real events that led to the downfall of this advanced society.
The most important issue to me is the issue of a global cataclysm at the end of the Ice Age.
It is hypothesized that a major disaster, such as a flood or comet impact, could have been the cause of this civilization's disappearance from historical records, with survivors possibly dispersing around the globe and spreading their advanced knowledge to other emerging cultures.
Of course, the most important are the flooded continental shelves. Sea level rose 400 feet at the end of the last ice age. Let's be clear, this was a rise that was extended over a period of 11 or 12,000 years. It did not rise 400 feet overnight.
This leads to another intriguing aspect of the theory, the influence of this lost civilization on later societies. It is believed that the remnants of this ancient society played a significant role in shaping the development of well-known ancient cultures, such as the Egyptians and Sumerians. Similarities in architectural structures and astronomical alignments across different ancient sites are cited as evidence of a shared origin of knowledge. This suggests that these early civilizations might have inherited advanced architectural techniques, astronomical insights, and possibly other lost technologies and wisdom from their predecessors.
The discovery of the technique to do longitudes that actually show the world as it looks during the last ice age suggests that somebody during the last ice age was mapping the world.
Imagine a world where an advanced civilization flourished tens of thousands of years ago, long before the Sumerians of Mesopotamia marked what we consider the dawn of civilization around 6,000 years ago. This bold claim challenges the conventional timeline of history, suggesting that this sophisticated society existed during the last ice age or even earlier, presenting a significant puzzle for mainstream historical narratives that typically view complex societies and state-level civilizations as relatively recent developments. The evidence pointed to is as fascinating as it is controversial. It highlights the architectural marvels of megalithic structures like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, the iconic Stonehenge in England, and the majestic pyramids of Egypt and Mesoamerica.
One of the many ways that Göbekli Tepe, I think, is going to prove to be a game changer is it's going to require us to reconsider our whole dating sequence on megalithic sites around the world.
These ancient constructs are not just stone monuments but testimonies to an advanced knowledge of architecture, engineering, and astronomy. Precise astronomical alignments of these structures, such as the alignment of the Great Pyramids with Orion's Belt or the solstices and equinoxes at Stonehenge, underscore a sophisticated understanding of the heavens. This expertise suggests that the people who built these monuments had a deep comprehension of celestial bodies, seasons, and cycles. The theory extends beyond monumental architecture. It proposes that this civilization possessed advanced navigational skills, which could explain how similar architectural styles and astronomical knowledge appeared across vast distances, transcending oceans and continents. The scale, precision, and complexity of these megalithic structures indicate technological and engineering skills far beyond what has traditionally been attributed to prehistoric societies. Furthermore, the alignment of ancient monuments with astronomical phenomena hints at a comprehensive grasp of astronomy, deeply integrated into their cultural and religious practices. Evidence of sophisticated urban planning evident in the ruins of ancient cities suggests advanced societal organization and knowledge of city building. The global spread of similar architectural and astronomical insights among disparate ancient cultures indicates a shared source of advanced knowledge. This could have been disseminated by survivors of this prehistoric society, whose legacy might be the foundation upon which later civilizations built their own achievements. Journey back to the Eocene epoch and you'd discover Antarctica vastly different from the icy, remote continent familiar to us today. This fascinating period reveals a past where Antarctica wasn't engulfed in ice but was bustling with life. During the Eocene, Antarctica occupied the same position over the South Pole as it does currently. Yet the global climate was substantially warmer, enabling the continent to support a climate far removed from the frozen desert we recognize now.
There was a lush rainforest that is now covered in miles of ice.
Yeah, that's probably true. The Earth's climate was very different from how it is today.
This era marked a time of significant change, with continental drift following the breakup of the supercontinent Pangaea. As part of the Gondwana fragment, Antarctica was gradually moving to its present isolated position, while continents like Australia and South America began to drift away, modifying ocean currents and climatic conditions. A notable difference from today's Antarctica was the absence of the vast ice sheet that currently covers the continent. The Eocene's elevated global temperatures meant Antarctica was devoid of this extensive ice cover, which had profound implications for the planet's climate. The lack of ice's high albedo effect, which reflects solar radiation, resulted in an even warmer Earth's climate. The tectonic activity during the Eocene was crucial in reshaping our world. The breakup of Gondwana persisted, and the formation of the Drake Passage between Antarctica and South America began to physically isolate the continent. This isolation marked a critical juncture in Antarctica's climatic history. Another significant development was the formation of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current towards the end of the Eocene, or at the beginning of the Oligocene. As the world's largest ocean current encircling Antarctica, the ACC played a vital role in the thermal isolation of the continent. By circulating cold water, it established a climatic barrier that kept warmer waters at bay, leading to the cooling and eventual glaciation of Antarctica. Fossil evidence breathes life into the Eocene Antarctica, with forests of beeches, conifers, and ferns indicating a much warmer and more humid climate than today's icy conditions. These fossils, including those of plants and pollen, demonstrate that the continent once supported a diverse range of flora and fauna. Sea levels during the Eocene were significantly higher due to the absence of large ice caps and the warmer global temperatures. This resulted in different coastal configurations, with areas now above water being submerged at that time. The elevated sea levels and warmer temperatures fostered a rich and diverse marine ecosystem, distinct from the current Antarctic marine life. Thus, when we contemplate Antarctica today, it's essential to remember that this icy continent once experienced a vastly different past, one that was warmer, brimming with life, and played a pivotal role in Earth's geological and climatic history. The Eocene epoch, a captivating chapter in Earth's history characterized by dramatic climatic shifts and significant transformations in life on our planet. This period, stretching from about 56 to 34 million years ago, is nestled within the Paleogene period of the Cenozoic era, famously known as the Age of Mammals. This era marked the flourishing of mammals, taking the stage after the dinosaurs exited at the end of the Cretaceous period. The Eocene sits between the Paleocene and the Oligocene epochs, with each phase documenting crucial geological, climatic, and biological shifts. Tectonic plates were on the move towards their current positions, influencing the oceans and sculpting the climate in profound ways. A notable event of this epoch was the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, which occurred around 56 million years ago. Imagine Earth undergoing a sudden temperature surge, with temperatures increasing by 5 to 8 degrees Celsius in just a few thousand years, likely due to a massive release of methane from oceanic methane clathrates. This event significantly impacted ecosystems, leading to the extinction of some species while triggering rapid evolution and diversification in others, especially among mammals. During the Eocene, the atmosphere was laden with CO2, with levels ranging between 1,000 to 2,000 parts per million, far exceeding the pre-industrial levels of about 280 ppm. High CO2 levels, driven by volcanic activity, the combustion of organic matter, and the declining efficiency of carbon sinks, enveloped the Earth in a greenhouse climate. This led to rising temperatures, altering weather patterns and ocean currents, and crafting a world vastly different from our own. The Eocene's warmer conditions had significant effects on marine life. Temperature changes affected marine currents, altering species distribution and fostering the development of new ecosystems. It was a period of change, new beginnings, and dramatic shifts that laid the groundwork for the planet's future. The Eocene epoch, with its stories of warming, shifting, and evolving, serves as a reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of Earth.
What was weird about Antarctica?
You can't go to the interior of Antarctica, which is where we were.
No?
So there, at the South Pole, there is a bunch of, from my understanding, like pure science going on there. This is straight up kind of tourism.
Antarctica's icy expanses have long been a source of fascination and mystery, not just for scientists and explorers, but also for those who delve into the world of conspiracy theories.
So the U.S. government's like, something's going on with Antarctica. There's some activity up there. We want to find out what's going on.
Among the most captivating of these theories is the idea that the world's billionaires are deeply involved in uncovering the secrets that lie hidden beneath the continent's frozen surface. At the heart of this intrigue is the theory that ancient civilizations, perhaps as legendary and sought after as Atlantis or Lemuria, might have once existed or even still exist under the miles of ice.
One of the things I find most striking is the presence of Antarctica on ancient maps.
Supporters of this idea point to intriguing pieces of evidence, such as the Piri Reis Map from 1513. This map, they argue, depicts Antarctica's coastline with remarkable accuracy, long before it was officially discovered, hinting at the possibility of ancient, advanced seafarers who knew of its existence.
Because we didn't discover it until 1820, and yet it's on maps drawn in the 1500s with great detail.
Adding to the mystery are various anomalies and unexplained findings in Antarctica that fuel speculation about secret bases or remnants of ancient civilizations. For instance, satellite imagery has occasionally revealed patterns and structures that defy easy explanation, suggesting either human or alien activity. Then there's the historical fact of Germany's expeditions to the continent.
So the area of Antarctica they went to was New Schwabenland.
New Schwabenland.
While officially aimed at exploration and drilling, These missions are speculated by some to have been a cover for establishing secret bases or making contact with extraterrestrial technology.
He had made a deal, basically, working with
What?
You've never heard this?
No.
It's the greatest story ever, bro.
Perhaps the most famous piece of evidence cited by conspiracy theorists is Operation Highjump. Led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd in 1946 to 1947, this U.S. Navy operation was officially tasked with establishing research bases.
Why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there, is there?
I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science.
However, some believe it was actually a covert mission to investigate suspected alien bases or ancient ruins hidden beneath the ice. Operation Highjump, intended to establish the research base Little America 4, has sparked widespread speculation. Despite its official scientific and exploratory objectives, the operation's extensive military involvement has led some to wonder if there was more to the mission. Conspiracy theorists are especially intrigued by alleged diary entries and interviews, where Byrd spoke of encountering incredibly fast-flying objects, hinting at a non-human origin. These accounts fuel theories that Byrd's expeditions might have uncovered evidence of alien presence, or even ancient advanced technology hidden beneath the ice, possibly linked to secret German bases or lost civilizations. Adding depth to these narratives are claims from whistleblowers, individuals who say they've encountered the extraordinary during their time in Antarctica.
There's low frequency stuff going on, and they've made deals with people and things, and that's why things going on.
These accounts describe massive underground facilities and advanced technology, far beyond current human capabilities, including energy sources and spacecraft with designs not of this world. Some even claim direct interactions with extraterrestrial beings, describing these encounters as either peaceful exchanges of knowledge or distant observations with unclear motives. Allegations of government attempts to silence these stories or restrict access to certain Antarctic regions further compound the mystery, suggesting a cover-up of monumental proportions.
You can't go to the interior of Antarctica, which is where we were.
Supporting these individual accounts are broader theories suggesting that Antarctica might be a hub for secret space program activities and alien-human collaborations. Whistleblowers and theorists alike speculate that the continent's isolation makes it an ideal spot for covert operations away from the public eye. They talk of expeditions uncovering ancient artifacts and technologies, suggesting a history of Earth that includes interactions with advanced extraterrestrial civilizations long before recorded history. There's a compelling theory that suggests the continent is not just a frozen wilderness, but a treasure trove of undiscovered technology and mystical artifacts. This theory draws on the allure of the unknown, suggesting that billionaires in their quest for groundbreaking discoveries are funding expeditions to unearth secrets hidden beneath the ice. Imagine ancient alien technology, possibly lying dormant under the vast ice sheets. Artifacts and machinery from civilizations beyond our world could revolutionize our understanding of energy, propulsion, and technology itself. Then consider the possibility of finding mystical artifacts with immense historical significance, like the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail. The idea that such objects could be hidden in Antarctica, far from the prying eyes of the mainstream world, adds an intriguing layer to the continent's allure. But what would one do with such discoveries? The theory suggests the construction of secret underground bases in Antarctica. These wouldn't be just any hideouts. We're talking about luxurious bunkers designed to shield the elite from global catastrophes, equipped with everything needed for self-sufficiency and advanced facilities. Imagine state-of-the-art laboratories dedicated to studying alien technology and ancient artifacts, all in a secure and secluded environment, away from the eyes of international agencies or potential espionage. What makes Antarctica so appealing for these secretive activities? It's the continent's extreme remoteness and the harsh climate, combined with the mystique of being Earth's last unexplored frontier. The Antarctic Treaty System, which prohibits military activity while promoting scientific cooperation, offers a unique legal loophole. In theory, those with sufficient resources and influence could exploit this to conduct activities that would be impossible or highly scrutinized elsewhere. In the vast icy wilderness of Antarctica, there are claims about geological anomalies and unexplained structures that seem to defy simple explanations. Take, for example, the pyramid-like formations spotted in satellite images and photographs of Antarctica. These structures bear a striking resemblance to the pyramids of Egypt, Mexico, and other ancient civilizations, featuring sharp angles and symmetrical geometries that suggest they might not be natural formations at all. Could these be the remnants of ancient civilizations that had contact with extraterrestrial beings? Or perhaps they were created by aliens themselves as energy transmitters, navigational aids for UFOs. The possibilities fuel endless speculation and wonder. Another fascinating theory revolves around the concept of an entrance to inner Earth in Antarctica. This idea posits that our planet has significant hollows or vast cavern systems capable of supporting life or entire ecosystems and civilizations. According to proponents, the icy landscape of Antarctica could be concealing entrances to these subterranean worlds, possibly inhabited by advanced civilizations or alien species. This theory isn't new. It has roots in various cultures and scholarly proposals throughout history. But in Antarctica, it takes on a new, mysterious dimension, with some claiming to have seen evidence of large openings or cave entrances that can't be explained by natural geological processes. Then there's the matter of unusual energy signatures detected in Antarctica. Occasionally, satellites and scientific instruments record unexplained heat sources under the ice or anomalous electromagnetic readings. While there might be natural explanations for these phenomena, such as geothermal activity, the more adventurous minds suggest they could be signs of alien technology. This could include anything from advanced propulsion systems powering underground bases to terraforming equipment meant to alter Earth's environment for extraterrestrial purposes. Adding another layer to the mystery, some argue that scientific missions to Antarctica are not what they seem. Instead of merely researching climate change, geology, or biology, these expeditions could be cover-ups for more secretive investigations into the anomalies. The suggestion is that these missions might be tasked with studying alien technology or engaging with extraterrestrial beings residing in hidden bases. The role of billionaires in potential alien collaborations takes center stage, especially when it comes to the icy expanse of Antarctica. There's talk, whispered in the circles that love to ponder the unknown, about how these ultra-wealthy individuals are not just idle spectators in the quest for extraterrestrial contact, but active participants. Rumors abound that some of them have been whisked away to secret meetings in the Antarctic wilderness, where they've sat down with beings from other worlds. The agenda? Nothing less than technology sharing, interstellar travel discussions, and maybe even plotting the course of global governance. But why would extraterrestrials choose to meet with billionaires? Well, it's said that these magnates are pouring money into covert operations and research teams with one goal: to dig up alien technology hidden beneath the endless ice. The prize, for those who believe in such tales, isn't just knowledge but power, the kind that could leapfrog humanity into a new era of technological supremacy. But with great power comes great, well, you know. The control over such alien technology could place unparalleled economic and military power in the hands of a select few, potentially reshaping the global power structure. It's even suggested that engagement with extraterrestrial beings could elevate certain billionaires or shadowy consortiums to the status of humanity's unofficial emissaries, wielding influence over interstellar diplomacy and policy. And then there's the chilling concept of a new world order, a theory that paints Antarctica not just as a meeting point with aliens, but as the headquarters for a global elite seeking to control or significantly influence world affairs. Imagine a coalition of billionaires, high-ranking politicians, and international bankers, all conspiring in a land of ice and snow, far from the oversight of national governments and the public eye.
This stuff is landing or crashing around the world, and unexpected countries have had this happen. Like, what the hell just crashed in northern Italy? That is not ours, but let's look at it together.
Imagine a world where the government possesses alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. That's the wild claim made by David Grusch, a former intelligence officer with a serious resume. He served in the Air Force, worked for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and even the National Reconnaissance Office. Now he's saying the government has been hiding a decades-long operation to recover and study crashed UFOs and their pilots.
How many crash retrieval incidents have there been?
It is double digit. The specific numbers I do know, however, I can't discuss that.
Grusch says this program involves multiple government agencies and private companies, all working together in secret. They'd be recovering both intact alien vehicles and wreckage from crashes. If this is true, it means the government has had proof of extraterrestrial life for a long time, but has kept it all under wraps.
It is a reverse engineering program to garner some kind of insight.
Think about it, intact alien spacecraft. Imagine the technology they could hold. We could learn about advanced propulsion, materials science, and way more than we even know exists. Even the wreckage would be a treasure trove of information about how these crafts work. And it gets even more interesting. Grusch claims defense contractors are involved too. These companies often have the top-notch facilities and expertise needed to analyze and even try to understand how these alien technologies work. It all paints a picture of a joint effort between the military, intelligence agencies, and private companies, all working together to unlock the secrets of extraterrestrial technology. Pretty mind-blowing stuff, right? Okay, so we talked about the bombshell claims that the government might be hiding alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. But if all that technology is real, what would it mean for us mere Earthlings? Buckle up, because things are about to get even more mind-bending. Imagine spaceships that can cheat the speed of light or even bend gravity itself. That's the kind of stuff whistleblowers like David Grusch are talking about. This could completely redefine space exploration, making it possible to visit distant galaxies in a fraction of the time it takes now. The possibilities for scientific discovery and understanding the universe would be mind-boggling. But it's not just spaceships. The materials used in these crafts could be unlike anything we've ever seen, potentially stronger, lighter, and even able to withstand the inferno of a star. This could revolutionize all sorts of industries, from building lighter and safer airplanes to creating next-generation medical equipment that could withstand extreme environments. Imagine the incredible advancements in fields like transportation, construction, and even everyday consumer goods. Then there's the whole energy question. If aliens have cracked the code on unknown energy sources, like harnessing the free energy from the universe itself, it could be a game-changer. We could ditch fossil fuels and switch to clean, renewable energy sources practically overnight. This would not only have a profound impact on the environment, but could also usher in a new era of global cooperation and energy independence. Now, the idea of alien weapons is a bit scary. We wouldn't want any hostile forces getting their hands on super-powered ray guns, right? But there's another side to the coin. If we had advanced defensive technology, it could actually deter potential aggressors and promote peace through superior defensive capabilities. Imagine a world where the threat of large-scale conflict is significantly reduced because no one wants to mess with a civilization wielding unimaginable technology. So, whether these claims are true or not, one thing's for sure: the potential implications are staggering. They could rewrite the course of human history in ways we can't even begin to imagine. It could usher in a new era of scientific discovery, technological advancement, and even global peace. But it's important to remember that these are just hypothetical scenarios based on unconfirmed claims. However, they do serve as a thought-provoking reminder of the vast potential that lies beyond our current understanding of the universe. We delved into the claims of whistleblowers like Bob Lazar and David Grusch, who allege the government is hiding alien spaceships and technology. Now let's zoom in on Lazar's specific story, which is filled with mind-bending ideas and controversy.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
One of Lazar's central claims is gravity wave propulsion, a concept suggesting these alien spacecraft could manipulate the fabric of space and time itself for movement. Imagine them creating a bubble of warped space, allowing them to travel at phenomenal speeds, perhaps even exceeding the speed of light. Lazar went a step further, elaborating on how this propulsion system supposedly works. He introduced a special element, element 115, which he claimed was the key ingredient. According to him, this element, when stimulated with protons, could generate an incredibly strong gravitational field that could then be harnessed for propulsion. It also allegedly functioned as a limitless energy source for the entire spacecraft. Now here's where things get complicated. Scientists haven't found any evidence to support Lazar's claims. The element he described, element 115, actually exists and is now called moscovium, but it bears no resemblance to what Lazar described. Real moscovium is highly unstable and wouldn't be capable of the feats Lazar attributed to element 115. Adding to the skepticism, scientists have pointed out inconsistencies between Lazar's explanations and established principles of physics and materials science. Additionally, the absence of publicly available proof or demonstrable prototypes of the technology fuels further doubt. Another significant aspect of Lazar's story is the alleged government cover-up. He claims the government went to extraordinary lengths to conceal this extraterrestrial technology, from implementing stringent security clearances to supposedly harassing him after he went public. While some individuals believe him, others point to discrepancies in his background that raise questions about his credibility. So where do we stand? The truth is, we simply don't know. While Lazar's claims are undoubtedly intriguing, the lack of scientific evidence leaves them shrouded in mystery. Decades apart, two names have emerged, Bob Lazar and David Grusch, and their stories share some striking similarities that raise some mind-boggling questions. Let's rewind to the 1980s. Bob Lazar bursts onto the scene, claiming he wasn't just tinkering with gadgets in his garage. He was reverse engineering alien spacecraft at a secret facility near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to Lazar, these spacecraft defied the laws of physics as we know them, using anti-gravity propulsion fueled by an element unknown to science, which he called element 115. Fast forward to the present day, and we have David Grusch, a former intelligence officer with a distinguished military background, making waves with his own set of extraordinary claims. Grusch alleges that the US government, through various agencies and in collaboration with defense contractors, has been actively involved in the retrieval and analysis of crashed extraterrestrial vehicles and even biological remains. These crafts, he says, possess technology and materials far surpassing anything humanity has ever seen. If these claims were true, the implications would be nothing short of mind-blowing. It wouldn't just confirm the existence of extraterrestrial life, but also suggest that we've been secretly studying their incredibly advanced technology for decades. Imagine spaceships defying gravity, materials stronger than diamond, and who knows what other scientific breakthroughs waiting to be unlocked. Both Lazar and Grusch paint a picture of a government working tirelessly to keep this information under wraps. They describe a web of secrecy, with stringent security measures, compartmentalized information, and alleged attempts to silence anyone who dares to speak up. Their reasoning: national security concerns and the desire to maintain a technological edge over other countries. Now, it's important to acknowledge that these are extraordinary claims, and extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Lazar's story, while captivating, has been met with skepticism due to the lack of verifiable evidence and inconsistencies in his background. However, he has remained a central figure in UFO enthusiast circles, inspiring countless documentaries and discussions. Grusch, on the other hand, comes with a background in intelligence and the military, which might lend his claims a different level of credibility. However, like Lazar, he faces challenges in providing concrete evidence that can be publicly verified. So what does it all mean? As of now, the truth remains shrouded in mystery. These are just stories, and until something concrete emerges, they'll likely continue to be debated and dissected by believers and skeptics alike. But one thing's for sure: they spark our imaginations and leave us pondering the vast unknown that lies beyond our planet. After all, the universe is a fascinating place, and who knows what secrets it might still hold.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No. There has to be some people that know everything. I think a lot of that is private industry, because the government is just so leaky.
Bob Lazar has been a fascinating figure in the realm of ufology and conspiracy theories for decades, captivating the public with his claims of working on alien technology at a secret site near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
Lazar's narrative is particularly intriguing due to his assertion of holding degrees in physics and electronic technology from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology and the California Institute of Technology, also known as Caltech. These academic credentials are crucial to his story, as they would, in theory, make him more than qualified to work on the advanced projects he described. However, Lazar's educational claims have been met with skepticism, as no records of his attendance or graduation from these institutions have been found.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
This lack of evidence, including the absence of any corroborating accounts from classmates or professors, has led many to question the authenticity of his educational background. Further scrutiny of Lazar's academic history suggests he might have pursued education at a junior college or taken electronics courses elsewhere. While commendable, these alternative educational paths would not typically qualify someone for the types of roles Lazar claims to have held, particularly those involving reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology. Lazar's most famous claim centers around his alleged employment at S4, a supposed secretive site near Area 51. He describes S4 as a facility embedded in a mountainside containing extraterrestrial spacecrafts. According to Lazar, his work focused on understanding and replicating the craft's advanced propulsion technologies, which he claims were powered by element 115, also known as moscovium, a then unknown element. Despite the detailed nature of Lazar's descriptions, the US government and military have consistently denied the existence of a facility like S4 and any employment of Lazar in projects involving extraterrestrial technology. The lack of verifiable evidence supporting Lazar's employment or the existence of the technologies he describes has been a significant obstacle in validating his claims. The skepticism surrounding Lazar's narrative is compounded by the absence of evidence confirming his educational background. Without concrete proof, Lazar's extraordinary assertions remain a subject of debate, leaving his credibility in question among critics and supporters alike. In the enigmatic world of Bob Lazar and his allegations about Area 51, there's a detail that continues to intrigue both skeptics and believers. Lazar's description of a unique hand scanner used for security at the S4 facility. This isn't your ordinary biometric device that we're accustomed to today, such as fingerprint or retina scanners. According to Lazar, this scanner was far more sophisticated, focusing on the bones within the hand through a series of light emissions. It's a compelling aspect of his story, especially considering the emergence of photographic evidence years later that corroborated the existence of similar technology used in classified environments. Now, in order to gain entrance to the facility, Bob Lazar depicted this security device as utilizing pins of light to measure the bone length and other unique characteristics beneath the skin of the hand. This method of identification is intriguing because it leverages the distinctiveness of an individual's hand bone structure, which, much like fingerprints, offers a highly unique identifier. The scanner operated by emitting narrow beams of light onto the hand, with these beams penetrating the skin to interact differently with the bones beneath. This interaction allowed the device to map the hand's bone structure, creating a detailed biometric profile based on bone lengths and spatial relationships. The critical piece of evidence supporting Lazar's claim came to light when photographs and documents of a device known as the Identimat surfaced. This device, used in sensitive locations including government and military facilities, functioned in a remarkably similar manner to Lazar's descriptions. It measured hand characteristics using light beams, focusing on the bone structure for identification purposes. The Identimat's emergence, a technology developed in the 1970s and deployed in high-security areas, provided a tangible piece of evidence that Lazar might have been familiar with the security measures of highly classified environments. The discovery of the Identimat technology was a pivotal moment for those following Lazar's story. It suggested that Lazar had detailed knowledge of the security practices within government facilities, which for some added a layer of credibility to his other claims. This point is particularly interesting when considering the broader context of Lazar's narrative and the skepticism surrounding his educational and employment history. The hand scanner's description and the subsequent validation through the Identimat's discovery showcase how specific details in Lazar's story have found support, reigniting debates about the veracity of his claims regarding Area 51 and his work on extraterrestrial technology. Among the many fascinating claims Bob Lazar has made regarding his alleged work on extraterrestrial technology near Area 51, one of the lesser-known, yet thought-provoking assertions involves the origins of religion. According to Lazar, during his tenure at the S4 site, he was privy to briefing documents that offered an unconventional perspective on human history, particularly concerning how early human religious beliefs might have been shaped by extraterrestrial encounters. Lazar's claim dives into the possibility that extraterrestrial beings interacted with early humans who might have perceived these advanced visitors as divine or supernatural entities. This, he suggests, influenced the nascent stages of religious development, embedding the presence and actions of these beings into the very foundation of emerging religious practices and mythologies. The documents purportedly provided a reinterpretation of historical religious events, hinting that accounts deemed divine or miraculous in ancient texts could, in fact, be descriptions of encounters with advanced extraterrestrial technology and beings. The profound implication here is that many foundational religious doctrines might stem from humanity's misinterpretations of these extraterrestrial interactions. However, as with many of Lazar's claims, this intriguing narrative has been met with considerable skepticism. Critics argue that the absence of physical evidence and the inability to independently verify the existence of such documents significantly undermines the credibility of these assertions. Additionally, the notion that the rich tapestry of Earth's diverse religious traditions could all trace back to a single extraterrestrial origin is seen by many scholars and theologians as an oversimplification of the complex and multifaceted history of religious evolution. This claim about extraterrestrial influence on the origins of religion adds yet another layer to the already complex and controversial story of Bob Lazar. If Bob Lazar is right about all of this, does this mean aliens have been in contact with Earth for thousands of years? Bob Lazar's story takes a deep dive into the realm of science fiction with his claims about UFO technology and Element 115. According to Lazar, the secret S4 facility near Area 51 housed extraterrestrial spacecraft powered by technology that was not just beyond human capabilities at the time, but also seemed to challenge the very laws of physics as we understand them. At the heart of these spacecraft was Element 115, an element that, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking their mind-boggling capabilities. Before it was officially recognized and named Moscovium in 2003, Element 115, as Lazar described it, possessed properties that differed significantly from the scientific community's understanding. He claimed this element could produce a gravitational field when bombarded with protons, leading to a reaction that could generate an anti-gravity field around the craft. This description paints a picture of a clean and highly efficient energy source, capable of propelling the spacecraft across vast distances by bending space-time. The propulsion mechanism, as Lazar detailed, revolved around anti-gravity technology, allowing the crafts to manipulate space-time around them. This technology purportedly reduced the craft's mass to nearly zero, enabling instantaneous travel across space. Lazar's explanation of gravity wave amplification as the method by which these UFOs operated suggests a technology capable of pulling the craft forward by generating a wave ahead of it, thus falling towards its destination at incredible speeds. Lazar also described the interior layout of these crafts, which was fundamentally designed to support this advanced propulsion system. The control systems were integrated with the gravitational drive, facilitating what one can only imagine as seamless navigation and operation. The theoretical capabilities for travel that Lazar outlined are nothing short of revolutionary, suggesting that interstellar journeys could be undertaken in fractions of the time required by traditional propulsion methods, essentially making the vastness of space navigable within human lifetimes. The narrative Bob Lazar presents is a compelling blend of mystery and technological marvel, offering a glimpse into what could be if his accounts hold any truth. The stories of Element 115 and the propulsion technologies of UFOs as described by Lazar continue to fuel discussions and debates on the possibilities of space travel and the existence of extraterrestrial technology on Earth.